Yo, what's going on, everyone? We're back. I'm here bringing out another NBA 2K21 Detroit Pistons My League, and we are here with episode 3 of the Pistons My League. And yes, I am wearing glasses. I do wear contacts. I know some people are gonna say, "Oh, he wears glasses." Yes, I wear glasses. Um, but before we get any further, guys, if you're new to the channel, leave a like, comment down below what we should do with this team, man, and also comment down below if you are a new subscriber. Subscribe too, man, if you enjoy the content. I do be bringing out daily 2K videos. And one of our subscribers did recommend that we honestly move Blake Griffin to the bench and make him a six man, and we start Christian Wood, which I honestly thought was a pretty smart idea by him. So I really do take that. I really like that idea that he made, and uh, I don't want Tony Snell playing like I said. I want Seiko Dumia getting his minutes, and then I just hate how they always mess up your rotation. So we're going to be switching him with Tony Snell, and then I do want. I guess Tony Snell can play. I don't really want him to play. We'll just put Brandon Knight down there, and then we're going to be doing something like this where he does get some minutes. I mean, we'll see what happens. But this is how the lineup is going to be for right now. We are going to be sending to the trade deadline for this episode. In the episode 4, we are going to be heading to the off season, so it's a very good thing for us. But if you look at the prospect scouting, we have scouts and prospects. We scouted James Wiseman, Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, of course the top prospects because we're not going to have that good of a record. And then we are honestly, there are some other scouts that I would like to look at. And I did want to make a trade. I felt like, honestly, John Henson doesn't have an option on his deal, I believe. And he's only making, he's a very good backup center for a contending team, I feel like. So he could honestly be that center that comes off the bench. He can shoot the three a little bit. He's not that good. I think it's like a 70, maybe. It's a 58. It dropped to a 58. It used to be like a 70. But I do want to see if we can get something for a contending team that needs a backup center. Like, maybe Portland has two good centers, actually. I know Mason Plumlee's in Denver. The Mavericks don't really have a backup center, do they? Let's look at their roster real quick. And if you look at their backup center, they have Willie Cauley-Stein. I forgot. So we're not going to be doing this trade. He was hurt. That's probably why I forgot. The Clippers have so many centers. The Grizzlies could possibly use a backup center. The Sacramento Kings aren't really contending. The Lakers have centers. Brooklyn has DeAndre. It's like there's not really many teams that are contending that need a backup center. Maybe the Grizzlies could. They have Valanciunas, and then they have like Gorgie Dang, who isn't really that good. I mean, he's not worse than him. Milwaukee has the Lopez brothers, so we'll probably just keep John Henson for now. But there could be someone who needs a good shooter off the bench, and Langston Galloway. So we can see Langston Galloway real quick. And then after we do that, we are going to be sending the season to the trade deadline. And a contending team that could always use a shooter is the Rockets, but I'm not going to take PJ Tucker for them. He's like their heart and soul of that defense, man. Utah Jazz honestly could use a shooter. I know they have. Let's go look at Utah real quick, see who their shooters are. We could. Who's their backup shooting guard to Mitchell? I know it's like Jordan Clarkson, but if they need a backup point guard, Moutier's not that good. He could be playing some Moutier's minutes, but Moutier's got an A plus minute and an A-3. I guess I was wrong. So we'll probably just keep the players for now, man. We are going to be sending some games. I will probably hop in, not like fully hop into, but we'll hop into some, man. I do want to send to the trade deadline, which it's usually in February, but I don't see where it's at. Yeah, it's right here in March. So after this trade deadline, we won't be able to, it says contract extension. I don't know where the trade deadline is. We'll just sim to right here, this Hornets game. And we'll sim that one with Simcast. So for this team, man, like I said, we're not going to be winning as we are losing a lot of games. My goal is to rebuild through the draft and free agency, get this team back on track. We're not going to be going out and signing Giannis, Paul George, and all these other guys. We're going to be trying to get like people that fit this team. Like they usually have like back then they had some people that actually fit like the bad boy Pistons. You know, they had Ben Wallace. It was like Rasheed Wallace was there, I believe. Not the bad boy Pistons. I'm talking about not with like Rodman and them. I meant the I can't believe I said that. I meant like with the time in 04 when they were winning championships. Like they had Wallace, and this game ended really fast. I wasn't even paying attention. My bad, guys. We're gonna keep sending me while I talk. I know I said the Bad Boy Pistons. Bad Boy Pistons was like with Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumar and all of them, man. I was thinking of when I was talking about it, I was thinking about like the recently how they went to championships. They had Ben Wallace, they had Tayshaun Prince, they had Rip Hamilton, I believe, and they had some other people. They had Chauncey, of course. You can't forget about Chauncey. They had Rasheed Wallace, and they had some other players. I can't really think of it right now. Like my mind's blank. I don't know why, but they also like I want to build a team that just fits all together. Like you have your centerpiece in Ben Wallace, and then you have people around him that fit, kind of like the Magic did with Dwight Howard, where it was Dwight Howard was the center that could just defend, rebound, and block shots, dunk. And then you have Jason Richardson who could shoot, Hito Turkoglu who could shoot. Jameer Nelson wasn't a good point guard, but he was good enough to shoot, facilitate, and do what he was supposed to do for that team. And they even had Vince Carter there, Rasheed Lewis. That team was really good, man. That's why he got to the finals. They just built a good team. They've had Ryan Anderson at the time. I don't think Ryan Anderson was in the finals with them. He might have been. I know Ryan Anderson was on that team, though. And I really don't know where the trade deadline is. It's kind of annoying that there's no trade deadline coming up, but right now we're not doing so hot. We're 10-30, man. And we are going to be getting a top pick, of course, so I do want to build this team. Let's look at contract extensions real quick. Let's see who wants extensions. And I guess I just accidentally passed it. So if we look at our salary cap, there wasn't really any free agents to offer. Like Blake Griffin's going to accept this, of course. Brandon Knight wasn't going to resign. Tony Snell, no. John Henson, no. Derrick Rose, possibly, but let's see what he even wants. Was he even going to resign with us? I'm done with Detroit, man. I'll be moving on to a new team after this season. Damn, man. So we could possibly trade Derrick Rose to see if a contending team needs a point guard. I didn't want to trade him because he did say he wanted to stay in Detroit, but if we really can't get anything for him, it would suck. I don't want to take someone's like best player. Like, so who needs a backup point guard that could come in and play the 2 guard that's contending for the playoffs? Like the Milwaukee Bucks will get an upgrade here, but George Hill is a better shooter than Derrick Rose, and they need shooters out there. Like right now, I believe the Mavericks could use. I don't want Dwight Powell though. Maybe the Raptors. They have Fred VanVleet. The Rockets, I don't really see that trade happening. OKC, I could see them getting a first round pick in like Andre Roberson because they don't really have they do have Dennis Schroeder actually. Never mind. The Wizards aren't contending. The Sixers could use a backup point guard, but then they'd be losing out because right now their backup point guard is like Rolo Neto. Yeah. But then they do have Alec Burks and they do have Matisse Thybulle who could start for them. I mean, I feel like that's a good trade. I think I am going to do this trade. We do get a young Josh Richardson who could help this team. He does play defense. He's not that young, but they do get the point guard they need to help them contend right now. So I think this is a good trade. Let me know down in the comment section if y'all think it's a good trade. If not, I'll do it back. But I think that's a good trade for us. And then they get the player they need now to help them win. And we get Josh Richardson who could come in for a couple seasons, help defend, play with us. He can do what he needs to do for this team. But Brandon Knight's going to be playing point guard for us. I think I am just going to cut someone and go sign a point guard just so it's not Brandon Knight that's playing. So if we just go by the worst players, Kyrie Thomas, I could have signed him to the G League, I guess. Justin Patton, I wasn't really a fan of. Brandon Knight. I do want Jordan Boone to actually be playing. Could we sign him for the remainder of the season? I'd rather have Jordan Boone playing point guard for us, actually, because he was pretty on fire, actually. And I don't even see where he's at, so if we go to free agents, G League free agents, and we should see Jordan Boone somewhere, right? I don't know how that works. I guess he can't sign. He's not signed for the rest of the season. I don't know. But we did make that trade. I felt like we should have got maybe a first round pick instead, but I feel like Josh Richardson will help this team more as we progress. We are going to be stopping at some point. I feel like the trade deadline should have passed. Did I turn trade deadline off or something? Let me check real quick because I don't even know what I did. Trade deadline is on, so I don't know why there's no trade deadline. Like everything's on that should be on. I guess it'll come up eventually. I think it's like right here, something right before the All-Star break. So we'll just send right before the All-Star break actually, and we'll stop the video right there. But like I said, the point of this is to just get the team how I want it and how I feel like it should be. I kind of want to get the shooting guard like we just got Josh Richardson who can defend and shoot the 3. Then we need a point guard who can create for the team. And then we need a small forward who can shoot, guard. About if the point guard's not a good defender, who can guard 1 through 3, 1 through 4 maybe if we get lucky. Like a Kawhi Leonard, I feel like would be a good fit for Detroit. He has that Detroit kind of vibe in him, and also Jimmy Butler could be a good fit for this team. I really feel like Jimmy Butler would be. Let me know if we should go after Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard or just want. See, here's the trade deadline, man. So we are going to be going past the trade deadline. So we are going to be stopping at the All-Star break. So let me know who we should go after, man. My goal, I kind of feel like we should go after Jimmy. Excuse me, man. I feel like we should go after Jimmy Butler or Kawhi Leonard, maybe even a Paul George. I feel like they're two-way players that can honestly fit this team because in Detroit, you got to play defense, man. Back in the day, if you couldn't play defense, you're not playing in Detroit, man. That's kind of like how it is in San Antonio nowadays. If you don't play defense, you're not playing. But this is where we're going to stop, man. If we go look at the standings right now, we're clearly not making the playoffs. The Celtics have the first seed. We'll look around the league for a bit. And we are pretty much dead last. We are 17-40, man. That's pretty bad. We are 17-40. And the Rockets are 22-32. That's fake. That's fake, but they got Jeff Green playing center. Are you serious? Wow. I didn't think they would put Jeff Green at center. PJ Tucker's all. I don't know why 2K messes with that lineup, man. But if we go honestly and look at the power rankings too, man, I want to see where we're at in power rankings. We're probably last at the very bottom, maybe second to last. Yeah, we're second to last right before the Knicks. The Knicks are still terrible, man. And then if we scout with, it says the team intel. It says it is clearly rebuild time for Detroit. They are going to want a prospect or draft picks. Yes. The Pistons clearly have no players that they are targeting. It appears that the team doesn't have any players that is on the trade block. We are currently aware of any players on this team that can be considered untouchable. And expiring contracts are Blake Griffin, who probably will accept the player option, Christian Wood, who we do want to bring back, and Josh Richardson, who we probably will bring back too. In our draft board, we don't have anyone on our draft board, but I do want to put LaMelo Ball, James Wiseman. I like Double O, Anthony Edwards. These are my top 5, man. And one guy that's really been slept on in this series is Jalen Smith. I do like Jalen Smith. And then we'll put Obi right there. So that's my top 5 for this team right here. I do like Jalen Smith a lot. We could possibly trade down to get him. They have him at the number 8 prospect right now, though. He's a very solid mid-range shooter with ability. He's a body control, is solid, able to make adjustments on the fly. Has a knack for blocking shots, solid defender. His weaknesses, he seems kind of fragile. Will probably struggle with the strength in NBA athletes, which I can see, man. He is a power forward. And he's just not that good of getting steals. I mean, he is a power forward. Power forwards don't really get steals. Shows a distinct lack of focus and rebounding. Should be better. So he could be a better rebounder, which I probably will send him. If we do get Jalen Smith, we could send him to training camp for rebounds. And the medical condition, we haven't uncovered any medical concerns for this prospect. So far, all good, man. And let's look at Double O, see his prospect scouting, and see if what it has. His ceiling is Alonzo Mourning. His floor is Greg Monroe. And Detroit Pistons know a lot about Greg Monroe, man. That's pretty funny. His strengths are, if properly utilized, he can help out nicely right away. Guy looks like a Superman, no question about it. All his strength with his quicker players. Has questionable basketball IQ on the court, awareness with on defense. Performs poorly when posting up, so he's not a good post-up player, which kind of is iffy. And he has no medical conditions. And then that's pretty much it, man. I mean, let's look at James Wiseman. His ceiling is Dirk Nowitzki, and his floor is Michael Beasley, man. If he becomes Michael Beasley, I would be very, very upset, man. I do want to go with James Wiseman. I feel like James Wiseman is the number 1 pick for us. He's a very solid mid-range shooter, solid body control, able to make adjustments on drives to the rim, has a knack for blocking shots, solid defender, which is really good. His weaknesses, seems kind of fragile, will probably struggle with the strength. Yeah, that was the same thing about Jalen Smith. There's no injury, so he doesn't have that many weaknesses, which is really good. And right now he's averaging 23 points, 15 rebounds, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, about 3 blocks a game. Holy cow, man. I think James Wiseman has moved up to number 1 for us. That's the goal, to get James Wiseman. And then pretty much, if we look at the mock draft, they have us taking James Wiseman, which I really hope we can get James Wiseman, man. That would be really good for us. That would be the centerpiece that we build around. And coaching game plan, we already know what that is. And then let's look at the staff. I might fire Dwayne Casey too. Let me know down in the comment section if we should keep or fire Dwayne Casey after this year. And player mentorship, I don't really look at this. We could do this. Luke Kennard is mentoring Jordan McRae. I guess. I don't know how to work this really. Tony Snell, Blake Griffin could mentor. We can get Blake Griffin, like, I guess we can get him catch and shoot or something. And then Tony Snell. No, I don't really know how this works. Christian Wood, I would like to get him a contact finisher if possible. So we could probably take off. We already used the 3 badges, it says. What other badge do they want? Pick and popper? No, I'd rather have contact finisher on him. So we'll do that and set the mentors. So hopefully he can get some badges like that. And then we'll see, like, because we are going to bring Christian Wood back for sure. And James Wiseman will be the centerpiece. So we kind of have our, he's not Rasheed Wallace, so we kind of have our Rasheed Wallace right here. And if we get James Wiseman, we'll have our Ben Wallace. Because he is a good shooter, 82-3, good mid-range shooter. He can dribble the ball a bit, like 60 ball handling. It's not bad for a power forward, but it's not great. But he's not a good defender. Rasheed was a decent defender, but Christian Wood can't rebound. He's got 85 defensive rebounding. I didn't realize he had that good of a defensive rebounding. But other than that, man, his blocking and all that's not good. Like, his strength is a 60, and his block is probably like a 40. It's a 72. Not too bad, man. Not too bad. So I really like the way we're going so far with this team. But that is where we're going to stop the video for right now. For the next episode, I will be saving the rest of the season, and we'll be going through the off season for the next video. So keep out a look for the next video, man. Next video should be a very good one. And once season 2 comes, I'll start actually playing games, simming with Simcast, jumping in and stuff. But that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. Comment down below if you did subscribe. And comment down below what we should do with this team. Like, should we trade Blake Griffin once he accepts that player option? Was that a good trade with the Josh Richardson trade? Let me know down in the comment section about this whole video, what was good and what was bad. But I'm out, guys. Peace.